What's up, nerds? Nerd Piece here.
Luffy, the 5th Emperor of the Sea. This has been the hottest topic in the One Piece fandom since Chapter 903 debuted. Today I'm gonna tell you why Luffy is the 5th Emperor of the Sea and why his power is on par with a Yonko. So the first question that needs to be asked and answered is, what are the qualifications for a Yonko? Well, it's pretty simple if you think about it. Let's take a look at what all the Yonkos have in common. Okay, number 1, all the Yonkos are terrifyingly powerful. In addition to power, each of the Yonkos has a strong fleet in terms of numbers and in strength, and perhaps the biggest is each Yonko has territory. As to how much territory each controls, besides Big Mom, it's hard to measure. And last but not least, each Pirate Emperor is notorious for something or many things. It's hard to say what specifically made each of them famous, but here's what we do know. Big Mom has a crew made up of mostly of her own children. Kaido seemingly can't kick the bucket. Shanks is viewed by the world government as a troublemaker. Whitebeard was said to have the most powerful fruit ability, and Blackbeard killed Whitebeard. So after breaking down what all the Yonkos have in common, we've come up with a little bit of a criteria for what it takes to be a Yonko. Power, fleet, territory, and notoriety. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to use Whitebeard and Big Mom as a kind of Yonko measuring stick. So in terms of power, Luffy has become an animal with his mastered Haki control in Gear 4. To date, Luffy's beaten 3 Chibukai and 2 of Big Mom's top generals, even though, yes, Luffy did have help with Cracker. And he even briefly clashed fists with Big Mom. So the question is his power on par with a Yonko? Hold your horses, we'll get to that. So in regards to fleet, let's take a look at the Whitebeard pirates when he was still alive. He had a total of 1,617 crew members. The main crew was made up of 16 divisions. Each division captain was powerful, controlling roughly 100 men. And in addition to the 16 divisions, there were 43 subordinate or supporting captains from the New World with their own crews. Now let's take a look at Luffy's crew, fleet, and allies. So Luffy has a main crew of 10 and 7 division captains, technically. So first up, Cavendish Beautiful Pirates 75 members, Bartholomew Barlow Club 56 members, Donsai Haposui Navy around 1,000 members, Ideo the XX Fighting Gym Alliance 4 members, Leo with the Tonta Crops 200 members, Haidudin Giant Pirates 5 members but still growing, and Orlumbus with the Yanta Maria 4,300 members. So the total averages out to be about 5,600 members. Luffy's fleet is roughly 4 times the size of the former Whitebeard pirates. In terms of allies, we have the Revolutionary Army, Remnant Whitebeard pirates, the Kuja pirates, the Minks, Wano faction, the Sun pirates, and Bon Clay. And we can't forget about the temporary alliances, the Heart pirates and the Fire Tank pirates. And the supporting groups, people that might possibly support the Straw Hats, are Germa 66, Crocodile, Gin, and Buggy. And with all of these people mixed in with the Straw Hats and the Grand Fleet, I think it would make a force that could possibly rival a Yonko. As far as territory goes, Luffy only has Fishman Island, which pretty much pales in comparison compared to Big Mom, who has 35 islands under her banner, but territory is territory nonetheless. When it comes to notoriety though, Luffy currently has more than any other pirate in the New World as far as I'm concerned. He's declared war on the world government, broke out and into Impel Down, attacked the Marine HQ and then went back right after, hit a Celestial Dragon, and again beaten 3 Chibukai, and saved 5 kingdoms. I don't know any other pirate in the world of One Piece that has done more than Luffy. Okay, let's go back to Luffy's power. Now the biggest debate in the 5th Emperor of the Sea claim is that Luffy's not on the same strength level as a Yonko. And my argument is that Luffy already has the power of a Yonko. Hear me out before you start throwing Pika. So, Luffy essentially mastered his haki during his time training with Rayleigh. So he trained with Rayleigh for a year and a half, and he spent his remaining 6 months training alone. Up until now, Oda still hasn't shown us the full extent of Luffy's training, which I'm taking as Luffy's been holding back in just about every fight he's had in the New World, because every time he's in a real pinch when he's been fighting in the New World against your majors like Don Flamingo and Katakuri, we seen a flashback of his training with Rayleigh. Okay, and what that tells me is that Luffy already has the power but doesn't bring it out unless he A, really needs to, or B, has to get waffle stomped to jog his memory because he forgot because he was half paying attention. And we have to remember again that Luffy was trained by Rayleigh, Roger's first mate. I mean, the dude knows things that haven't been revealed in One Piece yet. So we don't know everything he taught Luffy, and we also don't know everything that Luffy learned in his last 6 months training. I mean, Luffy developed Gear 4 while training with Rayleigh. We've seen it in the flashback. So it's really hard to measure his current level of strength, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going out on a limb because the evidence does support. So I suspect that we won't know the full extent of Luffy's strength until, we see the rest of what he learned in training. So as he continues to progress and fights stronger enemies, I believe we're still going to see flashbacks, and then we'll see whatever he learned be brought out then. So all that being said, Luffy already meets the power, fleet, territory, and notoriety qualifications to be called the 5th Emperor of the Sea. So leave your comments down below and let me know what you think.
And don't forget to subscribe, nerds.